Your boy went ahead and tried to pre-book Indy Hartwell versus Kylie Ray for next week, so I don't forget. And yeah, ended my current recording, so I have to edit these two videos together, which won't be a problem. It will just be a little bit more time, so no biggie there. But yep, I love a lot of interweaving with the storyline. Cool. So I just pre-booked it. Let's get to the next segment. So I like this. So Madison Rain comes out and she is really, I won't say somber, but she's really monotone. And she says that she apologizes. Madison says, I apologize for how I've been acting for the last month and a half, 2 months. I wanted to get my respect, but I became the person that I hated the most. I became a bully. I became someone that vowed I would never be again, but I ended up doing that. And quite frankly, honestly, became with the group that I changed, that changed me for the worse, the beautiful people. When Chelsea called me, she said that she was going to be different than Angelina, than Velvet. But she turned out to be the same. She turned out to be nothing but a disrespectful brat. And she became disrespectful towards a legend like Beth Phoenix and a legend like Gail Kim, to legends, to women that paved the way for her, Tay and Paris. To be disrespectful like that is something I vowed that I would never do again, and I end up becoming disrespectful. So to you, the fans, I apologize for the way I've been acting, for how I have been aiding Chelsea Green and the beautiful people in their childish but disrespectful antics. And she says she wants to bring out somebody, and Renee Michelle comes out. Renee still has that cast on her arm, and Madison says, Renee, since the first day I came into NXT, I've been nothing but a thorn in your side. And for that, I apologize. What you said to me last week resonated. And you said that you looked up to me. And one thing I realized is that I have to be a good role model, not for myself, but for the people that are watching me, for the girls at home that are watching me right here and showing them the right way. Not being a bully, but being a friend. Being a good person gets you, your character gets you so far in this industry more than your talent will ever will. So Renee, I'm sorry for this. And Renee says, clearly you've done damage, and showing the cast on her arm. And Renee says, I accept your apology, but actions speak louder than words. What are you going to do to show that you're sorry? And Madison says, you're right. Actions do speak louder than words. And for that, I'm calling out Robert Stone. And Robert Stone comes out and says, bravo, bravo, Madison Rain. You pulled off the heist of the century. You pulled off the ace in your sleeve. You turned on the faction that gave you relevance. You turned on the people that put you on NXT instead of developmental. We called you, not the other way around. You see, we gave you a platform to show that you still had it. But I guess you just nothing but disrespected us, huh? We are the force, egg on our face, but never again will we allow such a disrespectful old wash has-been like you ever enter the Robert Stone brand again. And Robert Stone says, why did you call me out anyway? And Gail Kim comes out, and so this is just a lot of interrupting, and Gail Kim comes out, and she says that what the beautiful people have been doing is so disrespectful, and she had to stop it herself last week on Thunder on the NXT Super Show. So she will do anything to help stop the beautiful people and the disrespecting of legends like Beth Phoenix, like Alita, like Madison Rain. And Robert Stone says, excuse me, who are you again? Oh, right. You were the first ever Impact Knockouts champion, but he looks at his watch and says, how long ago was that again? How about you go back to Twitter complaining about how you were misusing that company over in Stanford? And Gail Kim, and he's about to give the mic to, Robert's about to give the mic to Gail Kim, but he drops and says, oops, sorry. And he walks away, but Gail turns him around and gives him a defeat, and he's still up from this, and Madison Rain gives him a power bomb. So Madison Rain, Renee Michelle, and Gail Kim stand tall over Robert Stone. But we never got to see what Madison was calling him out on. But I'm pretty sure it's against a match with the beautiful people. Let's just say that Madison called them out and said that she wants a match with the beautiful people. But will it be 2v2, 3v3, 1-on-1? We'll have to elaborate next on next week's show. 61. So this is going to get interesting. So Kathy Kelly is in the ring interviewing Doug Williams, and she asks him, how's training with Pete Dunne going? And Doug Williams says, Pete has just become a monster. He was inexperienced. I mean, he had great grappling skills, but he just somehow gotten better with grappling, with submissions. And if I didn't know any better, he's becoming more like Khabib every single day. And that's a good thing. But Khabib Nurmagomedov comes out with his ring gear on, and Khabib says, what did you say? And Doug says, oh, hey, Khabib, how you doing? I was saying that Pete Dunne's becoming more like you with the in-ring grappling, with the submission holds. And Khabib says, let's have a match and we'll see how much I am like Pete Dunne. And Doug Williams says, I'm not really dressed. And Khabib says, let's get a ref in here. And the ref comes out and we get an impromptu match with Doug Williams and Khabib Nurmagomedov. 60, so Khabib, oh my gosh, Khabib with a 79. Khabib defeated Doug Williams in 5-1 by submission. In this match, I want to show that Khabib is just not even toying around. He's just beating and brutalizing Doug Williams to the point where he could have pinned him or he could have submitted him 2 minutes in, but he's just toying with Doug Williams at this point, and he just puts him in the rear naked choke just to end the misery of Doug Williams. 60 for Doug Williams is pretty 60 rated angle is pretty good. Doug Williams 60. Khabib, the reason I said oh my gosh is Khabib with a 79, his best in-ring rating yet, and 72. So Khabib continues to have this hold on to Doug Williams, and everyone is just a little shocked because we haven't seen this side of Khabib ever since he came to NXT. And Pete Dunne and Robbie Brookside comes out, and Pete Dunne breaks Doug Williams from the grip of Khabib. And Pete Dunne says, bro, what the heck are you doing? I thought we were being respectful, and this is not the way of doing it. Choking out an older guy in Doug Williams, and Khabib says he just shoves. He shoulder bumps Pete Dunne and says, don't ever compare yourself to me in this ring or in the octagon. So it looks like Khabib is pissed off a little bit at Pete Dunne and the comparison of Pete Dunne to him either in UFC or in wrestling. But I wanted to show when I've been booking, I was saying, I haven't really showed that monster side of Khabib. And Khabib, I won't say it's turning heel, but it's a little bit showing that he can snap at any moment. And that's what this segment should really show. So we have a sit-down interview with Yuri Katsumatsu and Mauro Ranallo. And Mauro really asks Yuri, what's happening with you? And Yuri gets candid for a minute. He says, you see, Mauro, that North American title I've held for 200 days. When you hold something for that long, it becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of your life. For a while, I've always gotten used to holding that around my waist, and now I don't do that anymore. I can't hold it. Congrats to Trey Miguel. He beat me fair and square. Our issue is settled. Both Ace Austin, Jake something, they took a part of my life. They took away that North American title. I need to get that title back, but I'm at the end of the line. But Ace says he's the rising star of this industry, and that's possibly true. But guess what, Ace? I have something to prove as well. People always thought I was just a tag team guy, but I showed I can hang in singles. And now people are doubting me, saying, was my reign just a fluke or was it just a one-time thing? Did I just get hot for a minute there, or is this really a trend for Yuri Katsumatsu? And I have to show the doubters that I am that great. I am that good. Just me beating Johnny Gargano, Tyler Bate, Damian Priest was not a fluke or me just getting hot there for a minute. But it is a pattern, not just a one-time occurrence, not lightning in a bottle. So yes, Mauro, I'm pissed off because they cost me a part of my life. And that NXT Bash at the Beach, I'm going to beat Ace Austin and get back my title. 65. So Tyler Bate defeated Killian Dane 11:59 by pinfall. Tyler Bate 68, Killian Dane 50. So Ilya Dragunov is with Marcel Bartel, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane, who's still recovering from his loss. And Ilya says, you see, Bate, this issue between me and you, it ends at NXT Bash at the Beach. I'm calling you out for a match. And Tyler accepts because Tyler says, you said you're the best, but I don't see it. Is this the same guy that said he wants to purify the ring but also lost to Dragon Lee? Is this the same guy that lost his title to Walter? You see, we both lost to him, but I put up more of a fight than you ever did. You see, you trying to do a knockoff Imperium. I don't think Walter would like that, would he? And Ilya says, you know what, Bate, you think you're trying to I don't know what you're trying to do, coax a coup or trying to do something and imply that I'm stealing Imperium from Walter. That doesn't matter. Walter doesn't matter. He's not even here right now. But who is here is you. You see, Bait, I gave you a chance to join our ranks. I gave you a chance to be relevant, but you chose irrelevancy. So at NXT Bash at the Beach, you'll be looking at the mat that I purified. Once I purge you from the NXT roster, I'll be going after the championship that you lost, the North American title. Maybe heck, the television championship. Maybe Dane and Wolf will go after the tag team belts because we are unbelievable and we purify the mat. We are fierce. We are the best group here on Inferno. And heck, we're better than any group here in NXT. And we will show that at NXT Bash at the Beach. Oh, they don't click. Rhea Ripley defeated Kimberly in 10:06 by pinfall of the Soul Food. Rhea Ripley 62, Kimberly 42. So Mayu Iwatani is backstage looking at this. So I don't want any face-to-face interactions with the champs and the challenges right now. I feel like I've done that for a little bit now when it came to the building up these feuds. So Mayu Iwatani is watching this from her locker room, like how Keith Lee was watching Santos from his locker room. And Rhea grabs the chair and she sits down. She says, "You know what? You know why, Mayu? I said I'm going to win. Because that's the only option I have. For so long, I've been losing. I lost to Charlotte Flair. I lost to Io Shirai to gain back my NXT Women's title. I lost to Toni Storm. I lost. People pegged me as the face of NXT Women's Division. You're right, I did fail. But you know what I gained? You know what I lost in order to do something? You know what I had to lose? Nothing. I didn't lose anything, but I gained something. That something was that killer instinct that keeps me going. That killer instinct. If someone kicks out your finishing move, that I'll be able to do something again to put them away. And Mayu, that's what I would do against you. Mayu, you have been virtually undefeated ever since coming back to NXT. Ever since coming to NXT, you are great, Mayu. But I have to beat you. This is the new improved Rhea Ripley. This is brutality at its finest. And I will show you at NXT Bash at the Beach when you look at the lights and I'm holding that new NXT Women's Championship. And when the ring announcer says, and the new NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley drops the mic. 79. So we see a video of Brody King, Chris Dijak beating down Dragon Lee, and Ken Shamrock, Dijak, and Brody King are in the ring, and they're just laughing, being a bunch of pricks. And Chris Dijak said, "We told you, NXT roster, that we were pissed. And when we were pissed, that means bad things." And Brody King grabs the mic and says, "Yep, bad things indeed, my brother. You see, NXT Universe, people pegged me as the next big thing. I was facing Karrion Kross for the NXT Championship. It should have been me versus him one-on-one. But Chad Gable went ahead and snuck himself in and became the new NXT Heavyweight Champion. You know how that made me? I sat at home for months trying to reinvent myself, but then I said, I don't need to reinvent myself. I could just be myself. And being myself means I love heavy metal. I will continue to do that, but also continue that mean streak. No longer trying to be this happy big man. No. I'm pissed off at the world and Dragon Lee. I'm sorry, but you were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I had to show who I am, and that is Brody King, the baddest SOB on this roster. Better than Khabib, better than Jake, better than anyone. And Ken Shamrock says, "We told you that we had something big in store," and Brody King is that. We have two big men that are pissed off at the world, and we will show that we will do anything to get what we want in this NXT roster, and that anyone steps in our way will feel a path of destruction, including Dragon Lee. And we will get into our main event. Yep. So we have the segment where Adam Cole, AJ Styles, they make their entrances to the ring, and they're waiting on their mystery opponent, and the lights go out, and we hear Kingdom by Down Straight, and Cody Rhodes is here in NXT. Little bit of a Bullet Club reunion. I don't know if they were all in the Bullet Club at the same time, but Cody, AJ Styles, and Adam Cole are all members of the Bullet Club, and it looks like they found their partner in Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes was here on a handshake deal with between me and AEW. So Cody Rhodes is here tonight. And the 81, really good match. Some decent match. Adam Cole, AJ Styles, and Cody. Basically, Dream Team Bullet Club matchup for one night only. Defeated Davey Boy Smith Jr. and the Grizzly Young Veterans when Adam Cole pinned Davey Boy Smith Jr. with a flying crossbody. I wish it was the last shot, but during the match, Boa distracted Drake, and Kushida also distracted Gibson. Cody 73, Adam 82, AJ 84, James 67, Zach 69, and Davey Boy Smith 57. So yeah, really good match. I wanted to have a really big match, but I didn't want to do like AJ Hiromu. I didn't want to do that. AJ Hiromu, Adam Hiromu, AJ Kushida, Adam Cole Kushida. I didn't want to do a big one-on-one singles match. I said, let me just do a 6-man tag. I don't do them that often, and they can give you good ratings like this one. I think that's one of the best matches in the. That's one of the best matches of the series so far. But the Bullet Club for one night only, the Dream Team get a win here tonight. So this segment is basically Kushida and Boa attacking James Drake and Zach Gibson because GYV said we're only facing when we're healthy, but they're healthy since they just competed in the match. Kushida and Boa beat them on the outside. Kushida locks James Drake in hoverboard lock, and Boa does his submission on Zach Gibson, and both James and Zach tap out, and Rising Sun let go of the submission moves, and they said that they got their one up on GYV. And to close the show, Adam Cole, AJ Styles, and Cody are celebrating, and they're taking in this ovation from the crowd. And once they're done, AJ Styles and Adam Cole get right back to business, and they stare down each other. And Cody Rhodes, having no dog in this fight, break them up. And AJ Styles leaves the ring and says, at NXT Bash at the Beach, Adam, and me versus you. Adam Cole versus the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. But this is going to be like Ring of Honor, with you looking at the lights. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's the end of the show. And let's see what I get there. 86. And that is our best show yet. And most of these segments were off the cuff. And tell me what you thought down below. I'm just trying to get, I think this, yeah, I like it. I do like doing this. So tell me what you thought down below. 86, really good show. So this is going to be a long video anyway. But I see you when I see you. Peace.